Fourier's law of heat conduction. This is the law which is used in heat conduction, heat transfer rate to calculate in heat conduction. And I am also discussed in the PPT and also in the previous video lecture. But here the main component is to try to make you understand the law, and also you will be able to solve the numerical, as a lot of students ask me about the numerical, that they wouldn't be able to solve the numerical. So now moving towards the topic, what the Fourier's law states. Fourier's law states that when there is a temperature gradient exists in a body, the energy is transferred by conduction, and the heat flux, that is the heat transfer rate per unit area, is proportional to the normal gradient, that is the heat transfer rate, yani the heat transferring per unit area, which is called heat flux, is directly proportional. This is the heat flux. Q by A is the heat flux, as it is written here. Q by A is heat flux, and dt by dt dx is the temperature gradient. What do you mean by gradient? By gradient we mean that the temperature difference between 2 points. dt is the temperature difference, and dx is the difference between the points. That is, the temperature gradient is the difference between the temperature at two different points. Okay. So by the Fourier's law, we mean that the heat transfer rate and the heat transfer rate per unit area, the heat flux, is directly proportional to the temperature gradient. Now to remove this proportionality constant, we use the thermal conductivity, which is K. K is the thermal conductivity, and it is the replacement of the proportionality constant. After replacing this, or after placing this, we get the Fourier's law in this form, that Q is equals to minus K A dt by dx. Okay, this is the final form of the Fourier's law when it is applied on the any plane. That is, Q is the heat transfer rate, and K is the thermal conductivity, and A is the normal area, and dt by dx is the temperature gradient, as I told you. Now this is the expression for Fourier's law, where Q is the heat transfer rate, K is the thermal conductivity, A is the area, and dt by dx the temperature gradient. As I told you and explained you that T1 is the temperature at point x1, and T2 is the temperature at point x2. 1 is the point 1 and 2 is the point 2. Here temperature T1 and position x1, temperature T2 and position x2. Here Q is the heat flux, and it is taken in the watt. It is watt, the unit of the heat flux, heat transfer. When we add area, it is the heat flux, and it will become watt per meter square. And it is written here, dt is the difference in temperature in between distance dx. dt is the temperature which is measured in degree Celsius or Kelvin, and dx is the distance which is measured in meter, as it is also explained here. dt difference in temperature, and dx is the distance between 2 points at which the temperature is taking place, the difference in temperature is taking place. Here the important thing is that the area is normal to heat transfer direction. That is, if the heat transfer direction is like this, then the area is in this direction. That is, as we can saw that the heat transfer direction is x, then the area is in y and z direction. It is normal to the direction of heat transfer. It is important when we are going to solve the problems, which area we should consider. So we should remember that we are going to consider the area which is normal to the heat transfer direction. It is always so. And K is the thermal conductivity, as I told earlier, and it is an assignment to you that you have to submit a brief note on thermal conductivity. It is the material property. Each and every material have its own property. It is very well explained in the PPT as well as in the previous lectures. Now the main concept of this video is to explain you how to apply the Fourier law. Now considering this slab, it is a slab, a wall, simple wall, in which At surface 1 we have temperature T1, and at surface 2 we have temperature T2. It is written down there. There is the slab with thickness delta x, x2 minus x1, and T1 is the temperature at surface 1, and T2 is temperature surface 2. Now applying the Fourier's law, here if we apply the Fourier's law, as we can see that x1 x2, then dx is equals to x2 minus x1, or generally in our numericals it is given as thickness, and dt is the temperature difference, T2 minus T1. Putting these value, we get for a single slab, we get Q is equals to Ka T2 minus T1 x2 minus x1. Now to use it, we have an example here for surface 1. Let me say that at surface 1 the temperature is 29, and at surface 2 the temperature is 30 degrees Celsius. Then dt is equals to 21 minus 30 is equals to minus 1, and K is 0.96. It is given for the glass, and thickness is dx is equals to 3 millimeter, which is 3 into 10 to the power minus 3. Now substituting these values, we substitute K here 9.96, and dt is equals to minus 1. We put dt here, and dx we put dx here, 3 into 10 to the power minus 3. A comes here as heat flux. It is the heat transfer rate, and when A comes down, it is called heat flux, heat transfer rate per unit area. Now the answer comes out to be 320. Okay, I think you will be able to understand. Now it is also a question in written form. One face of a copper plate is 3 cm thick, is maintained at 400 degrees Celsius, and other face is maintained at 100 degrees Celsius. How much heat transfer take place through the plate per unit area? Given that thermal conductivity of copper is 370. Now we can say that delta x, or thickness of the plate, is given as 3 cm, and the surface 1 is maintained at 400 degrees Celsius. Then we take 400 as T1, and the other surface is maintained at 100 degrees Celsius. We take T2 as others, T2 as 100 degrees Celsius. Now how to calculate the heat transfer rate? To calculate the heat transfer rate, we just first calculate dx, and dx is equals to 3 cm as given this thickness. We take it as 3 cm. Now converting into the meter, 3 into 10 to the power minus 2 meter, and dt is the difference in the temperature, which is 100 minus 400, giving us minus 300 degrees Celsius, and K is the 370. Now putting the value of K here, dt here, dx here, we get the value of heat transfer rate 3.7 megawatt. It will be comes out to be in megawatt per meter square. This is the heat flux area. This video is just to get information, or give you information, and to get a comment from your side that this one is more elevatory and more easy to understand, or the previous videos are more easy to understand. You have to saw these 3 videos, and which one is more easy to understand for you people, as these are made for you people. That's why I am trying to get it, which is the most beneficial and most easy way for you to understand these problems. That's why I make these 3 different videos. You go for them and get and try to understand them, and I also try to see them more than one time. When you saw first time, you don't able to get 100%. When you saw 2 or 3 times and also go to the presentation, then you are able to get the point what I am trying to say. And after that, on my Google class, comment about your understanding, which one is the best for understanding and which will give you more to understand. Okay, next time I will make video or the PPT as per your suggestions. Thank you.